Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're joining. Dear Toastmasters, guests, and friends, a very warm welcome to this meeting number 92 of Eloquent Elite's Toastmasters Club. I'm Toastmaster Girija Deshpande, joining you from Chicago, the land where ice accumulates faster than Toastmasters accumulate on a Zoom meeting. So I'm truly pleased and proud to be the Sergeant-at-Arms today. As Sergeant-at-Arms, it is my responsibility to make sure everything runs smoothly, like butter on toast. So let's go through a few simple online policies to ensure we all enjoy a seamless meeting experience. I request all role players to rename themselves as mentioned in the general chat to help the Zoom master spotlight you appropriately. Let's make sure the right person gets a spotlight. All Toastmasters not playing any role, please prefix TM to your name. All guests, please prefix your name with guest. Let's take 10 seconds for this quick activity. Consider it a warm-up exercise if you have not done so. I can see everybody has almost done it. Vijay and Hemlata's have yet to be done. Hemlata is already renamed. Thank you so much. Let's also put our phones and any other noise-making device in silent mode and remove any other distraction around you. Yes, that includes your pets and anything else. Microwave, let's take 5 seconds for it. Keep your audio muted throughout the meeting and unmute only when invited to speak. We love enthusiasm, but not echo. Please keep your video cameras on. All of us speakers love to see human faces and definitely not black boxes in front of us. So please keep the video cameras on unless you are sipping on drink or you're having food. Of course, you're welcome to have your food if you've ordered online for everybody. You may turn off your video if for food hunger pangs, we understand. So please avoid typing in the general chat while the speaker is speaking because it may distract the speaker. You can message individuals. You are allowed to privately if needed because then the speaker will not be distracted. Please note that this meeting is being recorded, so keep smiling because you may get into highlight reels. And finally, please stay back after the meeting to connect, network. That is where some of the best ideas, friendships are born. Now, I'm glad to share the mission of Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. It is but natural that the Toastmasters international community is quite large after all, when you have over 280,000 members in more than 14,000 clubs across 149 countries. You are bound to make a little noise. And the best part, we've been talking, leading, and clapping enthusiastically for more than 100 years and still going strong. Contributing to this grand tradition of growing confident communicators and inspiring leaders is our own Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club, where every meeting feels like a masterclass in fun learning. I'm now happy to introduce the presiding officer of the day, our club president, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas. He is a member from Dubai, currently in Kerala. He's a coach and creative thinker who loves organizing programs for children and teens, which explains the unlimited patience he has with all of us adults. He has been a Toastmaster since 2019, and he has founded St. Paul's Toastmasters Club and led the district. And also he has founded the St. Paul Gavel Club. In this short time, he managed to do all this. And professionally, he brings almost 2 decades of experience in the telecom and IT industry and has won several awards in India and Middle East. So whether it is fixing connections or making connections, he's a man for it. You know him. With that, let's give a warm round of applause as I hand over the podium to our own distinguished Toastmaster, Renosh Thomas. Over to you.
Thank you, Sir-at-Arms, our vibrant Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. I think we give a big applause to her as well for that warm introduction and putting a smile to each and every one of our face to begin this day. So let me first call meeting 92 to order. And let me call back again our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Girija. Are there any apologies to the agenda?
No, we have made the correction. Last minute dropout was there from the counter and you have taken up the role and the correction is made in the agenda. Yes.
Okay, if you can just share that agenda, revised
I will do
agenda
it on
in the chat
Zoom
box
doc,
as well.
in the chat box.
Just, yes, please. So there was only one correction and the Vice President Education has made that correction. Correction was Toastmaster Mibin, who was the accounter, has apologized due to an emergency, and I will be taking the role of the accounter today. So that is the only change, and the change has also been made in the agenda, which will be posted in that box shortly. So with that, can I ask any of our members present here, one, to kindly propose the adoption of the agenda, and another who can second the adoption of the agenda? Yes, Dr. Deepak.
To adopt the agenda.
Thank you so much. We have Toastmaster Dr. Deepak has proposed the adoption of the agenda. Can I have someone who can second it?
Mamatha, you can do that. Unmute and speak.
You just need to say that I second the adoption of the agenda. I so-and-so, that's your name.
Yeah, I am Mamatha. I am adopting the second option for the agenda.
She's
I second
the
the
motion
adoption
to
of the
adopt the
agenda. All
agenda.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We are all here to learn. Sometimes we might think, what is this procedure, what it is, but later on we get to know when we get into meetings, these are going to definitely help us. So thank you so much. With that, the agenda has been adopted. I will just call in at this point of time any guests who are present in the meeting, and I would like them to kindly introduce themselves, their name, if they're a Toastmaster, from which club and from which area, country you are. Because we have people here coming from US. I was in Dubai, right now in India. We have people from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, and India joining this meeting today. So, guests, please feel free to introduce yourself and let me know where are you joining from. So I can see on my
Canada and
screen.
Malaysia too.
Yes.
We are from Canada.
Yeah,
and
Malaysia as well.
Yes.
Okay, so we are truly global today. All right, distinguished Toastmaster Nitasha Kumar from District 121. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas, and a pleasure to be here at your club. I was probably the first one trolling Toastmaster Girija. This is Natasha from District 121. I am a member of 3 clubs, 3 districts: the All Women and Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club, District 121, Smedley Speakers Society, District 92, and Atlantic Toastmasters, District 74. I am a fossil in Toastmasters, having joined in 2001, and I've loved Toastmasters. I live by Helen Blancard's philosophy that if you get out of Toastmasters everything you have to get out of, you'll never get out of Toastmasters. So happy to be here, and I love visiting clubs in different countries, different states, wherever. Currently, I'm based in Bangalore, and I'm serving my district as the current district chief judge. Thank you for having me, and back to you.
Thank you so much. A warm welcome to distinguished Toastmaster Natasha to our meeting. Probably will definitely invite you to let us know what is the daily dose that you have that makes you a member of 3 different districts, and yet you get the time to visit many other meetings as well. All right, thank you so much. We have Pallavi. Can I call in Pallavi? Can you introduce yourself? Where are you from? Your name? Where are you from? Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I am from Toastmaster Club of Toshur. I'm practicing chartered accountant, practicing since last 21 years at Lucknow.
Okay.
Thank you so
Welcome,
much.
Pallavi. Thank you so much. Welcome to our meeting. And I can see someone by the name of GSI Subra. I can see you on screen, so if you can unmute yourself.
He's the third speaker. He has yet to rename himself,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
All right. Understood.
Hi, good evening and greetings from Malaysia. I am actually new to Toastmasters, just coming to my third month. I'm from District 102, Division E. So I'm new to Toastmasters, just been like 3 months, and I've joined another club just recently. That's International Toastmasters, basically empowering and practicing my speech.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't get you because you are a third speaker as well, but welcome. And I welcome each and every one of you who are present here today to this meeting. We have got invitees, we have got our members, we have got guests coming in from different parts of the world. So once again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this meeting. There was in a remote village in UK, a very poor family. The youngest child used to go daily on his cycle selling newspapers door to door. And whatever he makes that day helps his parents and to buy some food for their livelihood. He has got two other siblings as well to take care of, while they are also doing a lot of hard work to help and support their parents. So one day, this young boy was cycling as usual, going door to door to sell newspapers and get some money. It was a hot summer time. And that day wasn't the best of the days. He didn't get anyone to open the door and take the newspaper. As he went down the road, he felt hungry. He was sweating. And he said, the next house that I'm going to go, I'm going to ask for a meal. So he goes and he knocks the door. And there comes a young lady, with a smile on her face. And all of a sudden, he forgot to ask for a meal. Rather, he asked for a glass of water. The young lady looked at him and understood that he was really tired and hungry. She went in and came back with a large glass of milk. And the young boy drank it to his fill, satisfied. The smile on his face made the day for her. And he went back. Before he left that place, he turned back and he asked, Ma'am, what do I pay you for this glass of milk? And she said, Nothing, my child. It's my kindness to you. Kindness will be given and kindness will return one day. And she put a smile on her face. And there goes the boy down the road. Years later, this woman, old, she came into an illness that no doctors in that particular village was able to save her. And they recommended her to go to the city, quite far and expensive. But her children said they don't want to lose an opportunity. They want another day with their mom. So they drove her to the city, took her to that hospital, and the treatment went on for a couple of days. And she was admitted there. The treatment went successful. The surgery was successful. She came out from that illness. But all of the family members were so tense, so panicking. They were quite worried as to what the bill would be. They never know whether they can pay it in full or not. The day came when she was supposed to be discharged, and she got the bill. It was on the table. And with shivering hands, she picked up that bill. And as she saw the numbers down there, her heart beat was going so fast. She knew she couldn't, in her entire remaining life, be able to return that money. But as at the end of that page, there was written, please turn over. And as she flipped the side of the page, at the end, it read, paid in full with a glass of milk. Ladies and gentlemen, the service of kindness is like a boomerang. You might think that very moment it may not come back to you, but there will be a day someone somewhere will feel that effect and it will be returned back to you. And that is the reason why nearly 100 years ago, there was a man who gathered a few people around him. The only intention of him gathering those people was to develop their communication skills and leadership skills. That's all. And that started a spark of an organization known as Toastmasters International, which is alive today. And that's the reason why you and I, no matter wherever we are, across boundaries, are able to meet and share knowledge, share information. And that's a service that he started 100 years ago, alive in 148 countries, 280,000 members across 14,000 clubs. Eloquent Elites is one such club. That person is none other than the founder of Toastmasters International, Ralph C. Smedley. A service which he started, boomerangs and keeps boomeranging to people around the world. New members will keep on continuing to come. Why? Service. And that is one of the core values of Toastmasters International. Service. So, ladies and gentlemen, it might be as simple as that glass of water or glass of milk. It might be just getting a smile on your face when you cross the road. Don't feel shy of it. Give it as abundantly as you can, because they can share that service to others as well. In 2020, Rotary International then president Mark Melanie and the then Toastmasters International president, distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, announced the Rotary Toastmasters collaboration. Toastmaster Girija, who has been a Rotarian and a Toastmaster, founded this club, Eloquent Elites, in February 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the first Rotary Toastmasters collaboration club in India, and it was the 5th such club in the world. Kusuma Rao was the charter president. Eloquent Elites. What does ELITE stand for? ELITE is an acronym which stands for Empowering Leaders of Integrity through Experience and Service. We did not stop there. In June 2023, Toastmaster Girija founded the Eloquent Elites Gavels Club for the age of 12 to 17 for the children to help develop their communication skills and leadership qualities. There are around 60 Gaveliers in this Gavels Club. A big round of applause to the vision, to the direction of Toastmaster Girija in this. And we are an online club and we have our meetings bi-weekly. So please feel free to connect with Toastmaster Girija or myself to get to know more about our club, our meetings in future as well. Now it's time for me to hand over this baton to a person who's going to take this meeting forward. None other than a person who is a content writer, YouTuber, coach, founder, director of DG Consulting and HR consultancy firm. Current Vice President Education of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Toastmaster Girija, our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. The theme of the day is Destroy the Demons. Why did we choose this theme? The afterglow of Deepavali, just like the sweets and the savories in the pantry, still remains. It remains in our hearts, and this is the time for us to recapitulate what is the essence of Deepavali. We all know that Deepavali is the slaying on the Naraka Chaturdashi day of Narakasur, who was drunk with power and strength and cruelty and kept billions of people under arrest, and he was torturing many of them. He was slayed by none other than the powerful Kali. Now, what does it imply to us? It tells us that there are demons that are there within us. What are those demons? Which can we understand them, introspect, look in, find out how they destroy the good in us. As you can see in the background, we all have the evil and good in us. The proportion changes at different times at different parts of our life. And in different stages of our life, we are different people. We sometimes do not realize it. Sometimes the good is supreme. Sometimes the evil rears its head. So the battle rages inside. Sometimes we are conscious of it, and there are times when we are not even aware of it. But it is very important to become aware, be mindful of what is going on. What is the thought process that is going on? And then catch those things when they rear their head, just when they're about to start, nip them in the bud so that they don't become habits and destroy our personal life, professional life, social life, and communities around us. We all may think we are all small, we are insignificant, what we do doesn't make a difference, we are not big leaders. No. Everybody has a sphere of influence, maybe within a small family, maybe within your team, but one small smile, like our presiding officer said today, can make ripples of smiles come around you, and that can create happiness, positivity around you the way you never imagined. An experiment was done where a taxi driver received a very good compliment right in the morning, and throughout the day the taxi driver went meeting several people, and then when he comes back at night, he reports that so many of the people whom he met, they got in with a bad mood, but they got out with a good mood just because of the first message that he received right in the morning. And that it made a lot of difference because each of these people passed on this positivity to the people whom they met around. And imagine how many people you influence like this. So what are these demons we have? There are countless. Just we will recapture a few of them today. So I just thought that I would just look at one here, that is ego, the first one. If we want to understand that we have something negative, the first thing is we have to identify what is it. Second is we need to accept that I have this. To accept that we have something negative that is starting in our head or in our hearts, we need to have humility. We need to abolish this ego. So in my background, you see who? You see Duryodhana. He is one of the protagonists of Mahabharata. I would call him a protagonist because he teaches us lots of things. He had a choice to choose peace, but he went for greed. He went for possession. He went for victory. Victory against whom? His own brother, his own family. So when he was told that by none other than the ambassador Krishna, You don't have to wage a war. You don't have to give the entire kingdom to the Pandavas, even though it is theirs, your own brothers. You just give 5 small villages of your own choice. He said, no, I won't give them a space that is as small as the ear of a needle. Let them do what they want. That's what he said. And so he chose war. Then what happened? There was destruction, mayhem, unhappiness, bloodshed all over. So it was not only him, the entire family, the entire clan lost its moorings, all because of one person's decisions. So ego is the first thing that we need to slay. Now, keeping this in our mind, probably we can introspect what are the moments when ego took over our lives and we did not take correct decisions. Probably after the meeting, we can munch over. Now we move on with the construction of the meeting. The structure of the meeting, as you all know, is of 3. The first part is of prepared speeches. This I will be conducting it. The second part is the table topic session that Dr. Deepak Deshpande is the table topic master. And then you have the third part, which is which will be conducted by our general evaluator, Mohan Armugavallal, a distinguished Toastmaster. I'm very happy to invite him as the general evaluator and introduce him. Give me a minute. He is located in Jubail, Saudi Arabia. Distinguished Toastmaster Mohan. Let me highlight. Yes. He has played various roles in District 79, including several areas. He has been Division D Annual Conference 2021 chairperson. He has been area and division director and webinar manager in District 79. By profession, he is an instrumentation and control engineer working with Advanced Petrochemical Company in Al Zubail for the past 20 years. Thank you for giving us your time, and over to you for introducing your role. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girija. I'm glad to connect with all of you. It's the first time for me. I know DTM Renosh during the COVID time. That's where when we are having all our conferences, district conference in online, that time I got introduced to him. We had a nice time. So when he asked me earlier also one role, but I could not because I was traveling. Today I accepted the role. My role as a general evaluator is to observe everything from the start to end and also conduct the evaluation session and give my observations, both positive as well as where the areas of improvement are there, if any. That will be my role today in this meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we eagerly look forward to your inputs. Now, let me introduce the grammarian of the day, Distinguished Toastmaster Jai Singh. He's a friend. I've been with him in Advanced Toastmasters Club. He's a professional interior designer for commercial vehicle and works as program manager in Daimler. He was with the past division director also. Over to you to explain your role, the grammarian. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Girija. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to connect with so many lovely people. Thank you so much. The theme which you have shown, I said, this meeting I must attend. Let me share my screen. Please confirm if you are able to see.
Can see. Yes, you are able to see.
Perfect. Thank you. Today, my role is very simple. I have to just observe carefully. What are you speaking? How are you speaking? How are you communicating? Wherever I found you are doing fantastic job, I make a note. Wherever I found there could be some improvement, I will share. Definitely best of my capability. Apart of this, another thing, I have to share word of the day and phrase of the day. Both are very simple and align with the meeting. Let's go ahead. Word of the day is monstrous. I hope you all will remember this lovely picture and remember the word monstrous. What it means? It means something really big, horrible, or it could frighten you. Let's take an example. Today, I had a monstrous accident. It was really big. The face of that customer was look like monstrous. It means I'm always feeling, no, I don't want to go ahead in front of it. Monstrous. Another idiom of the day, devil of a time. Devil of a time means, let's take an example before I go ahead. Yesterday, I was in a meeting, but this was a devil of a time. It was not succeed. It was failed. When the things are not in our favor, then we are saying that's the devil of a time. It's not our time. Word of the day, monstrous, devil of a time, idiom of the day. I will request each and every one of you, please try. Try word of the day or idiom of the day. That's the only option to mark it in your vocab, to use it in your day-to-day language, to make your vocab bigger, like monstrous vocab. Now let me give a chance to all of you, whoever wants to try word of the day or idiom of the day. Who wants to go ahead? So Toastmaster Rita or Toastmaster Mike, would you like to try? Or is it so difficult? I don't think. Yeah, you can try. Yeah, Mike, sure.
Shall I? Mike is there? Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try this monstrous word of the day. Let me try. So I have a monstrous feeling to evaluate our icebreaker speech by Mamatha. So yeah, that's what it is.
Nice. Nice attempt. Yeah, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh, please go ahead.
I'm going to try to use both the phrase of the day and the word of the day in a sentence. After struggling with logistics for 3 days, the engineers had a devil of a time maneuvering the monstrous offshore drilling equipment into its right place. Over to you.
Super.
Nice. Yeah, Toastmaster Girija, please.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. And look forward to your further comments on the role.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, our grammarian, distinguished Toastmaster Jai Singh. It was a wonderful exercise. It is a monstrous feeling when you are suddenly caught in traffic jam and you don't know when are you going to get to a meeting which you have promised that you will do. Probably many of you went through that before you came for the meeting. And it was a devil of it. It is normally a devil of a day to convince somebody who asks you to take up a role, to tell them that it's not possible, that you're there in another meeting, because you generally don't say no. That is another issue for many of us. And thank you for giving us very thought-provoking word of the day and idiom of the day, grammarian Jai Singh. I know you will also be giving us observing the beautiful usages of words, and wherever we go wrong, that also he will point out. Now the R-counter role is going to be done by our presiding officer himself. I request him to describe the role of the R-counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Greetings to all the fellow Toastmasters guests present here. What is the purpose of an R-counter? Nothing but to note words and sounds that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. So during this meeting, I'll listen for overused words, including and, well, so, I, this means, These are all words that you use to fill up those gaps when you want to say a sentence. I'll report the number of times that these are being used by the speaker when I'm called upon at the end. I'm sure it's not going to be a monstrous task for me, and it's not going to be a devil of a time, I'm sure. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Now we have the timer, Rashmi, who's here. She's from Haryana Delhi Club. She loves adventure and traveling, reading and watching movies. A perfectly balanced hobbies, nourishing both indoor and outdoor oriented hobbies. I must say that. Over to you to describe your timer role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, esteemed guests and dear Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Rashmi Sharma, and I am the timer today. I am happy and proud to take up this role. Our timer is the backbone of the meeting. Following timelines is the hallmark of the professionalism. Toastmaster has given us the excellent tool to keep any speech and meeting within timelines. As you heard from our Toastmasters of the day, there are 3 sections in this meeting. I will demonstrate the timelines for each section in the beginning of the section. I am now giving you the timelines for prepared speeches. Today we have 3 prepared speeches. Speaker, Toastmasters, we have 3 prepared speeches. The first one is an icebreaker. The allotted duration is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, my virtual background will change to green. As you can see. At 5 minutes, the green background will change to yellow. At 6 minutes, the yellow background will change to red. At 7 minutes, the yellow background will change to red. For all the speeches, the minimum allotted time, that is until you see green, should be met, and maximum time can be exceeded by 30 seconds, qualifying for voting. I will present the time taken when I am called upon to do so. Thank you. Over to you, Gavalier of the day.
So, thank you. It's the Toastmaster of the day. I probably put the script wrong. Thank you so much. So, before we proceed with the prepared speeches, let me briefly shed light on another demon, monstrous habit that keeps popping up in our hearts. It is a demon that dares us, that is greed, the devour of contentment. However much we have, still something keeps saying a little more, a little more. So we are not happy with the possessions we have. We are not happy with the position we have. We are not happy with the praise that we get. We want a little more and a little more. And here you see in the background, Ebenezer Scrooge from Charles Dickens' novel, A Christmas Carol. So here he wants more and more of gold, so obsessed that there is not a glimmer of kindness in his life. And then it took the course of his own conscience to arouse him and awaken his soul. So Scrooge's redemption reminds us that wealth means nothing if generosity lies bankrupt in our souls. So let us enter now the prepared speech section. There are 3 speeches here. The first one is an icebreaker. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Mike Shree. Mike Shree has been living in Toronto, Canada for the last 15 years. I'm sorry for that. He's been actively involved in Toastmasters and Gavel Club and has been mentoring Toastmasters, teens, teenagers, professionals, young people, and he works with them and helps them develop confidence and become powerful communicators and leaders. Over to you, Mike Shree, to describe the objectives of the first speech that will be given by your target speaker, that is Mamatha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girija, and thank you very much for inviting me to, to do this role. Yeah, so the purpose of this speech, icebreaker speech, is to introduce herself and so that the club members, the guests, the audience get to know, all about yourself. So it should not be that hard. And by the end of your speech, within 4 to 6 minutes, we should be able to know about more about Mamatha. So I look forward to listening to your speech. Back to you, Toastmaster. You are muted.
I'm changing.
Mamatha is a very sincere person who lives by the adage, simple living and high thinking. She is here going to present her icebreaker, and who best to describe about her life than she herself. We are going to hear from the horse's mouth. So eagerly awaiting for you. Over to you. Mamatha, are you ready?
Thank you, Girija. Yeah.
Okay. Mamatha, finding a steady ground. Finding a steady ground, Mamatha Chikkannag. Over to you.
Thank you, Girija. Hello, everyone. I'm a very warm good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining from. I am Mamatha Chinnachikkannag. I am truly delighted to be here with all of you today. This team radiates professionalism, warmth, and genuine encouragement. I am really excited to be part of this inspiring community. Coming back to my roots, I was born in Karnataka and raised in a quaint town called Madakasira in Andhra Pradesh. I am the eldest child in my family, with one younger brother who has always been my cheerleader. His constant encouragement has had deeply positive impact on my life. My father is a construction contractor, a man of determination, creativity, and compassion. His logical mind and innovative spirit deeply influenced me. Vividly, one perspective, one memory changed my perspective forever. When I was struggling to juggle work and home, he pointed to a tiny mango sapling swaying in the wind and said, Mamatha, do you see this young sapling? It bends easily because its roots are shallow. It finds balance as it grows, stretching upward and digging deeper. As of now, you are in that early stage of both career and family life too. You will balance when you grow in your knowledge, experience, and security. Until smile through the storms and keep going. Those words have anchored me through every challenge since. And yes, I do keep going until I find my steady ground. My mother is a homemaker. To me, she is one of God's most beautiful creation. She is my role model, mentor, and my best friend. Her kindness, versatility, and joyful spirit shine through everything she does. Her hospitality is unmatched. She is always generous and heartfelt. As a child, I was fortunate to spend quality time with my grandfather. One memory stands out vividly. Both my parents were away. We did not have mobile phones back then. Suddenly, my National Cadet Corps camp was rescheduled. I had to leave that evening. My grandfather handed me money and said, Go ahead, I'll inform your parents. That was my first solo trip in 8th grade. It filled me with joy and strength. I'll cherish that moment forever. All my schooling was done in my hometown. Thereafter, I had to move different places for higher education. Until 10th grade, I loved all the subjects. In fact, my interest was often dependent on teacher. When I had to choose between math and science, I opted maths to pursue engineering. Interestingly, my mother dreamed of seeing me as a teacher or professor, while my father hoped I would work in a bank. But I chose entirely different path. I am grateful that my parents never restricted my choices. Their support gave me the freedom to choose my passion. As a fresher, I did not receive single interview call despite sharing my resume everywhere. That's when my friend Indureka stepped in and referred me for a position at her company and mentored me through the process. Her belief in me was unwavering. Thanks to her encouragement, I landed on my first job. It's true what they say, real friend always leaves footprints on your heart. Indu did surely. I started my professional journey as a software quality analyst and worked 8 fulfilling years. The transition from student life to professional life was exhilarating, humbling, and taxing all at once. From past 6 years, I've been living in Dallas, Texas with my husband and our 2 wonderful children, a daughter and a son. I believe cultural integration is essential for both personal and collective growth. Outside of work and family, I enjoy arts and crafts, exploring new places, and connecting with nature. I love cooking vegetarian food. Sometimes curling up with good book is the perfect way to unwind. My ambition is simple yet powerful: to live today the lifestyle we dream about for tomorrow. I have joined Toastmasters to imbibe the values integral to public service, professional and personal growth. That is integrity, respect, excellence and service are the values I believe foundation for public service and leadership. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. I am really honored to be here. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Our second evaluator, Rita Achalare. She's an electronic hardware engineer and a passionate Toastmaster who has been area director, who achieved a lot in membership development during her year as area director. She's an avid nature photographer. She enjoys cooking, trekking, traveling, painting, and reading. She lives by her favorite quote: invest in yourself so that others can invest in you. What an insightful thought to live by. Thank you, and over to you to explain the speech objectives of the second speaker, Shubhayan. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Girija. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests from India. Good evening from India. So today I'll be evaluating speech given by Toastmaster Shubhayan. His pathway is presentation mastery, and he's mastering fundamentals. He's at level 1 project 3. The purpose of the project is to practice vocal variety and body language to enhance a speech. So today I'll be evaluating his speech, clarity, vocal variety, gesture, his comfort level. Yes, this is all about the speech which I'll be evaluating today. And all the best, Toastmaster Shubhayan. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Toastmaster Shubhayan Chakrabarti is a corporate professional. He's a communication professional in Reliance Industries, and he belongs to the corporate club of Reliance Industries Limited, and the current president also. He is also the area director of Area S1. He enjoys staying up to date on the latest trends in the industry in AI and in marketing. In his leisure hours, he enjoys cooking and gardening. Are you ready in your speaking position? Wonderful.
Yes.
Can you speak so that I can? Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes. So Shubhayan Chakrabarti, beyond the horizon. Beyond the horizon, Shubhayan Chakrabarti. Over to you.
Picture this. You are standing at the edge of a vast, endless horizon. You take one step and suddenly your life as you know it is over. What would you feel? Fear, curiosity, peace? Take a moment, breathe, and reflect. Now, even though I can't see everyone on this call, I want you all to think. How many of you have actually wondered what comes after death? Just pause for a moment and consider your answer silently. Some of us are curious, a lot of us might be skeptical, but all of us are connected by that one inevitable mystery. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone in this meeting. Death is the one journey every human being must take, yet no one has ever returned with a roadmap. Across time, cultures have tried to make sense of it. We have the ancient Egyptians who believed that they were guided by the gods after death. On the other hand, Hindus and Buddhists speak of rebirth. Even modern science has tried to peek beyond the curtain, and the stories of numerous experiences, such as near-death experiences, people seeing something of a radiant light, or feeling an overwhelming peace, and yet the mystery remains monstrous in scale. It's so vast, so unknowable, that it humbles even the greatest minds. So, I invite you all to pause for just a second and think, what do you believe happens when life, as we know it, comes to an end? Well, what if life after death doesn't begin after we die, but it actually begins in how we live life today? It's an interesting perspective, right? I want you all to think of the last time that someone's kindness made your day a little brighter. If you have a memory in your mind, I want you all to hold on to it. Now, imagine leaving behind a lifetime of such moments. Sometimes life gives us a devil of a time, and it can consist of so many things: heartbreaks, failures, grief over loss. But maybe, just maybe, that those struggles are actually what shape our soul. Perhaps we rise from the debris and we leave behind something which can be cherished by those who follow after us. You know, our beliefs, whatever they are, they shape our world. The hope that we have of a life after death, it gives us something of a comfort in times of grief. It gives us courage when we are despairing, and maybe it gives a kind of meaning when in sacrifice. But even the smallest act of kindness, it can be anything. It can be a word of encouragement. It can be a helping hand. It can even be a quiet gesture to someone. All of these send out ripples to the universe. And in that sense, we all continue beyond death through the lives that we have touched and the memories that we have shaped along the way. So I want you all to take a moment and think of a person in your life who has quietly made your own life better. I think that's the proof of actual immortality. So what is life after death? maybe it's a continuation, maybe it's a mystery, maybe it's nothing. But what actually matters is how we live life right now. Every choice we make, all of it matters in terms of the energy that we send out to the universe. Now, a lot of you may be wondering what inspired me to take up such a, what should I say, a philosophical topic for a speech. Well, I just happened to read Dan Brown's latest novel, The Secret of Secrets, which is actually a phenomenally amazing book, which I would encourage everyone to read if they can get their hands on it. It explores the very concept of death tangentially. The central concept that is explored is the concept of a non-local conscience. Now, we have all thought of our brain being the home or the center of our conscience. But what actually is proposed in the book is something radically different. It proposes the concept of a non-local conscience. And in such a non-local conscience, there are examples which are enumerated in the book, which bring about the concept of life after death and how the characters in the novel perceive the concept of near-death experiences. To conclude my speech, I would just like to remind everyone that maybe there is something beyond death, as Dumbledore mentions in the Harry Potter novels. Death is but the next great adventure. So, while we are pondering on what's lying beyond the veil, I want you all to give a little bit more thought to how we live life as is, and then maybe we can take the journey ahead when we come to the bridge. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Like you said, thought processes, they create certain gentle but very powerful waves, which probably we do not recognize, but they are very powerful. Amazing. Now we move on to the third evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Hemlata Singh. She has been a Toastmaster since 2014 and is an enthusiastic leader who thrives on volunteering and lifelong learning. She has served as president of both Pratham Hindi and Smedley Bahrain Toastmasters Club. With 15 years of experience as an educationist across India, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Bahrain, she now heads quality at the 9 Training Institute, Bahrain. A passionate mentor and an avid traveler, she proudly became the first DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster of District 20 for the term 2024-2025, and she lives by the inspiring motto, just don't think, do. Thank you. And over to you to explain the speech objectives of the third speaker, Subramaniam Raghavan. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Girija Deshpande, for calling me or for choosing me as an evaluator. Today, my speaker, particular Toastmaster Subramaniam, is going to deliver a speech, Pathway Presentation Mastery, Level 2 Elective Project, Effective Body Language, titled Sound of Silence. For this project, as an evaluator, I am going to notice his intentional and unintentional body gestures, and after the speech, I will try to give him my observations to become a proficient speaker, to learn, practice, and become a better speaker. So I wish my speaker to deliver his speech and complete project. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Distinguished Toastmaster Hemlata. Toastmaster Subramaniam Raghavan. with over 25 years of experience in the supply chain and logistic industry. He has mastered the art of... You're not able to hear? Toastmaster Subramaniam Raghavan, with over 25 years of experience in the supply chain and logistics industry, has mastered the art of precision, adaptability, and teamwork. Residing in Shah Alam, Malaysia, he is a proud father of 4 and he finds a constant source of inspiration. He finds joy in hiking and exploring nature, which keeps him active and grounded. His passion for continuous learning and meaningful connection brings him here at 11:30 at night in Malaysia. Over to you, Subramaniam Raghavan. All the best.
Thank you.
1 minute.
Thank you.
Are you ready? In your speaking position?
Can you see my...
Yes, I can see you. You're very visible. Can you speak? Voice is audible? Yes. So Subramaniam Raghavan, sound of silence. Sound of silence, Subramaniam Raghavan. Over to you.
Good morning from Malaysia to fellow Toastmasters. Sound of silence. Sound of silence is a very vast subject. I want to ask you a question. How many of you, all of you, have experienced silence? Not the absence of noise, but in that silence that you feel something within. You can type your answers in the chat box or raise your hand. How many of you really experience silence? See, silence is not the absence of noise. It's actually about to sit still and listen within. What is silence? If you take a glass of water or a bottle of water, if you shake it hardly, all the dirts start rising up. But if you hold it still, silently, the dirt settles down. Similarly, if your mind is cloudy and restless, what happens? You talk a lot, you speak a lot, you argue a lot, and you do not have clarity. Then that hatreds come in, misunderstanding comes in. You don't have strength and weakness to think logically. But if you happen to stay in silence, everything that was challenging, it becomes possible because your mind has clarity to think. So when you have clarity to think, the peace comes in. When the peace comes in, you only speak when you are spoken to. You don't simply utter any words. See, words are like a bow and an arrow, right? Now, if you take the arrow and if you shoot it, you cannot retract back the arrow. So similarly, if you utter some words in a relationship or in a family that's very hurting, you cannot retract it. But if you were to sit in silently and listen what people are saying, then you will have clarity in mind. Therefore, you are able to speak clearly and logically. Now, friends, in today's world, we think the people who speak the most loudest are the strongest and powerful. But unfortunately, it's not true, my dear friends. If you go for a meeting and everybody, the leader speaks and keeps speaking without listening to his subordinate, will that meeting be a fruitful meeting? If everybody starts speaking in the meeting, we will not have an objective of the meeting to be discussed. Let me give you an example. One day, there was a dog barking at the elephant. It started barking. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's distracting the elephant. But the elephant keeps walking silently. He does not turn back to the door and bark back, does it? No, the elephant keeps walking because it knows its confidence, its size, his capability. Similarly, if you know your strength and your capabilities, you do not have to reply to every sound or noise that's coming to you. You don't have to react. Your true silence become your true roar. See, many great leaders do not speak simply, or they do not even argue. They only speak when it's necessary. That's why, like people like Barack Obama, when he speaks, Nelson Mandela, their words still lingers in my mind, what they've said many years ago. It's so powerful. Silence is not about weakness. Silence is about the presence of wisdom. I'll give you another example. Mahatma Gandhi, freedom fighter. I think many of you are from India, so you should know him. He fought a greatest nation, the strongest nation then, without any weapons. He did not kill people. But silently, he conquered the greatest enemy and he won the war. So now let me tell you, silence is not about losing power. It is not about, oh, I feel that I'm weak. No, it's clarity, confidence, and wisdom. Silence is not an absence of words, but the presence of wisdom. In my journey, I had many incidents. I lost my dad, I lost my mom. And 2017, I lost my wife to cancer. I have to raise 4 kids. The noise from the financial institution and the noise from my kids, but they were teenagers, it's very loud. I have no direction. I turned to nature. In that nature, I found peace. I hiked hills and mountains. At 62, at 60, I conquered the highest mountain in Southeast Asia, Mount Kinabalu. Silently, I walked in that mountain. When I reached the peak, I felt, whoa, I've conquered my fear in silence. When I came back down, I started growing myself. I hear to my voice within me, telling me what to do. See, many saints do not go to the mountain because of fear. They want to listen within. So, ladies and gentlemen, silence is powerful. And if you used it the right way, you can be successful. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for taking us to the world of silence and probably helping us to understand what are strengths and areas of improvement. Before we move on to the next section, let us just quickly look at another evil, as you can see in my background, that is envy. Envy wears a smile, but its heart is green. It cannot celebrate another's success. It must diminish it. What is the difference between envy and jealousy? Envy is when you want something that another person has, another person has achieved, and you have not achieved it for whatever reasons. I want to have it. Why does he have it? When envy reaches monstrous heights, then you don't want him also to have it. You not only want to have what he has, but you don't want him to have it. That's the end of it. Whether I get it or not, I don't care. But I don't want him to have it. Whereas jealousy is you have something, but you're afraid that somebody else will take it away. For example, you have a friend. and you're very possessive about the trend, everything has been going strong, and then a third person joins your group. And then you become afraid that this person is going to take away and you're going to lose that friend. That is jealousy. Jealousy probably can give birth to envy after a certain point of time. So, as I said right in the beginning, before it becomes very monstrous, if you can nip it in the bud, that will be wonderful. Like greed, when it starts, we don't realize, but when it becomes huge proportion, then it can influence a society. That is when it becomes, seeps into the societal level and becomes corruption, exploitation. Similarly, when envy goes into the societal level, then it becomes division, and it can even become criminal proportions of murder and other things take place. Here in the background, you see Iago poisoning the ears of Othello, Shakespeare's novel, Shakespeare's play, Othello. Iago does it so subtly, silently, we don't even realize that he has got this poison in his heart. And slowly he poisons Othello. And all his success, his happiness with his wife, everything is taken away because of the envy that Iago has. I suggest to everybody to go through that. And let us also introspect. Is there any spark of jealousy or envy that we have? And let's move now to the next section. That is the most refreshing meeting section. It feels like a sudden drizzle on a dry weather, and the soil, just the aroma of the soil is whipped up because it is freshly bathed. That is the table topic session. Our table topics master today is Toastmaster Dr. Deepak Deshpande, an electrical engineer who explores the dynamism in human connections and the power of music. After a dynamic career as a chief human resource officer in multinational organizations, he has now embarked on a journey as techno-edupreneur. He is now the founder and CEO of Soft Binomials that offers online courses certified by Maharashtra Knowledge Corporation. Over to you, table topic master, Dr. Deepak Deshpande.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Deepak Deshpande. We are going to kick off something different called table topics. Let me assure you, it's going to be interesting and super fun. In this session, non-Toastmasters, guests, and members who have not taken up any formal roles are welcome to participate. They may wonder if this meeting is trying to give you a devil of a time. I have with me 6 topics. And how does it work? At first, one of you volunteer to speak. You choose any number from 1 to 6. I will read out the topic corresponding to that number. You can be reflective, you can be funny, informative, and emotional. The goal is to respond on the spot just for 1 to 2 minutes. You don't have to worry about how you'll manage the timing. I request the timer to demonstrate the screen change to indicate time. At 1 minute, you will see the green. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, you will see yellow. And at 2 minutes, you will see red. Wow. Thank you, Rashmi Sharma. Thank you so much for that. So speakers, when you see yellow, start winding up your speech. Don't worry. If you have been a good listener, the topics are an extension on the meeting theme, destroy the demons. But mind you, you have to be spontaneous, be on the spot. Don't worry about anything else. Just speak up. There are many social evils around us, and there are several evils inside our heads and hearts. Table topics are all centered around these evils within and without and outside. So may I ask you, who would like to go first? Any volunteers? Just one. Any volunteer?
I'll go for it.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got 1 to 6 numbers, so make your pick.
I'll go for number 1.
Number 1. We'll go for number 1, of course. You won't go for settle for any other number. Okay. So why do people stay silent about wrongs they see?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Greetings to all Toastmasters present over here. Growing as a child, I have seen or we have come across several incidents in our life now, let alone the millennials or the Gen Z, what they observe and what they come across in today's generation. But way back to our times, of course, I'm not that young or old. I'm not going to say you my age, but we have seen what our parents have done and what they have gone through. And there's a lot of time when you see your parents quite silent. And then it comes to your mind, why didn't they respond? Or is that the response to a situation or to an incident or to a happening or to a conversation? And that gradually imbibes to the generations flowing down. Obviously, now things are different with the media, with your apps, with the mobile, with Insta, Reels. People communicate through different medias. While they might be silent in their own being, in their own sense at home, they can communicate through various other ways. So I believe various factors denominate and predominate why one would remain silent. Could be an incident that had happened recently at your home, could be an incident that has no response that you could say to. For the fear is something that is the biggest demon, and that monstrously makes us move a step behind. And there are times which define a level of a scenario in our lifetime, and that hinders us. It's just like an elephant when it was very young, tied to a tree with a rope. It tries its maximum to break loose, but it cannot. And when it grows up strong and heavy, even though it's tied to the same rope and it can break it, it still remembers that it tried when it was young and couldn't. It remains silent. Sometimes the past defines where we are, but let that not be the reason why we should be there. Let it not define who we are and what we should be, for we are different. And let us speak out. Over to you, Dr. Deepak.
Wow. Renosh, that was fantastic. Responses by our parents and elders nurtured values in us. So beautifully said. You touched upon the story behind the silence, and of course, the elephant anecdote was awesome. Thank you. May I now ask for the next volunteer?
Jay Singh had volunteered. Distinguished Toastmaster Jay Singh. Yes.
Jay Singh. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi, for the time. Jay Singh. Wonderful. Okay, so you're left with 5 numbers, 2 to 5, 2 to 6, any 5 numbers. Number 4. Okay. What is one monster inside you that prevents you from being as good as you want to be? All yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for this nice topic. Dear all, today I would like to confess, yes, there is a monster inside me that is never leaving me, that is never allowing me to do what I really want. That is the laziness. I'm so lazy, I'm not able to follow my time schedules, my working styles. No, I know very well exercise is important for health, but the monster is bigger than this motivation of good health. It always kills. I know. I have to join this Toastmaster meeting regularly. I know it's important for networking to improve, to communicate, to learn something different. But the monster always having the bigger stake in my mind and then say, hey Jay, sleep. Only one meeting. Let's just miss one meeting. Relax. We are human. Don't do. And then it gives me so many excuses and I fail. So my friends, the biggest monster in me is my laziness, which I want to kill by some discipline and definitely some motivation from all my Toastmaster friends. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Deepak. Thank you.
Well, I really admire you for confessing. Sometimes I felt as if you are confessing on behalf of many of us attending the meeting today. You talked about laziness, procrastination, which is kind of holding us from achieving great things. Thank you for that, Mr. Singh. Fantastic. Okay, may I now request for the next volunteer? It's getting really exciting. Come on, guys. Bring out the monster in you. There you go. Wow, Mohan. Okay, so 1 and 4 numbers are taken, sir. You are left with the rest till about 6. Yeah.
I'll go for number 6.
Number 3. Wow. Okay. So we have one Gurumurthy here. Okay. Who can make change happen? Lawmakers, leaders, or citizens? The topic is who can make change happen? Lawmakers, leaders, or citizens?
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm really glad that today is. Can you hear me?
Little louder would help.
Good evening again. Today's even table topic is in line with the theme of the day. Destroy the demons. So today I'm here to destroy another demon. Who is ready to make the changes? Who will make? I feel the leaders, they drive the nation. The leaders are the ones who are visionaries. We call them leaders. So they know what is required for the society, and people follow leaders. So the lawmakers are, again, they are implementers of the visions of the leaders. That's how, as a democratic country, I'm from India. I'm sure many of you are from India. So in a democratic country, the system works like this. The leader shows the way and the people follow him. And lawmaker just help the leader to implement his vision. An example, now our freedom struggle is a clear example of how a leader makes changes. I think the previous one of the speaker three, Dr. Subramaniam, he quoted Mahatma Gandhi. So right from Dandi March to all the three major freedom struggles he led, we are free among the country. So the leader, he brings the changes to the society and people follow the leader. And that's a monstrous job, which Mahatma Gandhi did it very nicely. That's why we still call him Mahatma. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Mohan. Your humility is awe-inspiring. I think in a very lucid manner, you have explained the role of a leader, how important it is to be a leader, and the rest will fall in line. Lawmakers and, of course, citizens, responsible citizens will strengthen both the layers. Thank you so much. Okay, one more topic. 1, 3, and 4 are taken. One more volunteer, please. Am I seeing any hands here? Okay, I see somebody somebody's screen is flickering. Okay, some movement there.
Shubhayan has raised his hand.
Who? Shubhayan.
Yes.
Ah, the second round poem today. Great. Okay, make your pick, Chakrabarti.
2.
2. Okay. Very interesting. I think you will have your plate full on this, but anyway, one bad habit our society started accepting as normal. Just pour out your heart now. It's going to be easy.
Have you all noticed how we now celebrate being busy? Somewhere along the way, a simple thing like "How are you?" turns into "busy as always," and that becomes something like a badge of honor. And I think society has accepted that being constantly busy is now the new norm, and in fact, something which is to be admirable. But I want everyone to pause here, because what exactly are we so busy for? We rush through our meals, we cut short our conversations, and we even measure the worth of how many tasks we have ticked off on our to-do list. In our chase to keep doing more and more and more, we have forgotten how to just be. And this monstrous habit of glorifying the concept of being busy has actually tricked all of us into believing that everything else is simply being lazy and you are being still and you are wasting time. And when we actually stop, even for a moment, our minds also start whispering into our consciousness that we are actually falling behind everybody else. So to conclude, I believe that productivity without a genuine cause is not something which we should actually admire. We should reclaim the beauty of slowing down and replacing the concept of busyness and hustle with harmony. Thank you. Back to you, tabletop master.
Excellent point there. I really interesting to hear Jay talked about laziness and you talked about being busy, even while being lazy. Excellent. I see a very great connect there. Thank you so much for making it so interesting. So I think I think we have finished all the 4. We have 2 more left, unless I don't know how we are doing on the time. So I'll leave it to you.
We have to wind up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for a very excellent, thoughtful session, thought-provoking session. we were able to listen to the thoughts of so many people that came up very spontaneously and actually didn't have the heart to close it. But the fourth evil that I'm going to talk about that sparked my mind to say that, okay, time is up. The fear that we are crossing the deadline, the timelines. So fear is something that is here. I'm talking about this 10-headed Ravan. He had the fear of losing control, that he will lose the affection of his sister. Then he will lose the control of his ministry. So even when he was given good counsel, he refused to listen to that and refused to send back Sita, even if he did a mistake. He had all the opportunity to correct it, but he didn't do it. So the end result was a destruction of the whole people in Sri Lanka. So what we see is this kind of fear stops us from talking. It is that which stops a revolution probably from speaking sparked off. So the 10 heads that you see here is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, and Mada, Matsarya, they say. These are all about lust, anger, delusion, greed, pride, envy, and they overcome intellect, memory, sense of identity, and cosmic intelligence. That is the 10 heads that they represent. So all these are destroyed because of the first 6 evils. So now we will go ahead with the general evaluation section. I request our Mohan Armugavallala to explain, to take over the session. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uday. Audible?
Yes, a little more would be better. Is there any?
Switch phone, another.
Yeah, now this is better. Yes.
Thanks. Thank you, Toastmaster Day. Fellow Toastmasters, this is one of the important session, I would say, in a regular club meeting. This is where we get the positive and constructive evaluation, where the members get the feedback and take their speeches to a next level. So, may I skip the demo for the timing?
Yes, everybody understands the timing. It is given in the in the agenda. They know it. Yes.
All our Toastmasters are the evaluators are seasoned Toastmasters. They know how to do the evaluation. So I skip the demo session. Straight away, I'll call for the first speech, which was an icebreaker speech, finding a steady ground, given by Toastmaster Mamatha, and the evaluator is DTM Richard Mike Shree.
Yes.
Thank you, General Evaluator Mohan. Are we ready?
Yes. Then start.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not DTM, but I'm just a Toastmaster, and I don't want to become DTM because DTM is often known as do not time me. I wish that I should be timed. And here back to Mamatha. So Mamatha, this is your first speech, icebreaker speech, and the way that you presented your speech was fantastic. It was beautiful. So that we get to know all about you, your brother, your mother, how you are inspired and encouraged through your brother and through your mother and your mother's kindness and all those kind of things. It's beautiful. So yeah, and some of the things that you mentioned about your simple living and your public service, that kind of thing is very, very much, welcoming, and it is nice to hear that kind of thing. But so I would say some of the things that you may like to work on is your vocal variety. You need to perhaps, if you have a little bit of change in your vocal variety, then your story may be more attractive. and along with your emotion kind of thing. But the only one suggestion is that you were sitting on the chair while you were speaking. So if you could remove that chair while giving your speech, that would be more attractive to the audience, because at that time you will be able to show your body language, your eye contact, and that kind of thing. So that would be perhaps better. So with this, since this is your first speech, you have done pretty great jobs. A great round of applause to you, and we like to see your next speech. So back to you, General Evaluator Mahan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mike, for this positive feedback. I'm sure Toastmaster Mamatha will take this feedback and include it in her next speech. I was impressed with your speech because you told that you were an NCC cadet, grade 8. I didn't get a chance to join NCC in school, but I became an NCC naval cadet in my college. So that's, it brings back my memory. Great. Wish you all the best in the next speech.
Thank you, Evaluator Mike Shree, and thank you, the Toastmaster Mohan, for the feedback. And
thank you. All the best. Let's have the second speech evaluation. The speech title was Beyond the Horizon. It was given by Toastmaster Shubhayan Chakrabarti, and the evaluator, DTM Rita. Over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mohan. Toastmaster Shubhayan, first of all, I would like to thank you for selecting such a thought-provoking content for your speech. So it all inspiring to all of us, and it's thought-provoking. What I liked is a speech title, Beyond Horizon. I also thought that what could be the beyond horizon? And through your speeches, we got a glimpse that what could be there in the universe. So coming to your speech content was appropriate, like you followed a structure, like opening with audience engagement, and in between you have given an examples. Then you ended up with some message, and again asking question to audience that think about life after death, like that. So structure was good. Your confidence level when you spoke was commendable. Clarity was good about your content. Now coming to recommendations, there are few recommendations I would like to suggest you. That is, vocal variety was good, but it can be more appropriate if you add more pauses in that. So just an example, when you say that life after death, so you can follow by pause as well. So this is also a voice modulation part. So the second recommendation is your eye contact. When you are speaking, you should look into camera, and to look better way, you should adjust your camera such a way on shoulder level. So camera and your shoulder level should be on same level, so that it will look appropriate. Body language, I would like to say that you may use different props, so that it will, for us, it will be able to see that transitions when you are explaining from opening to examples and one example to other example. You can use book when you are giving an example of book you referred. So you can show that, or you can change your position, your hand gestures. So that kind of things you can use as a transition in between. So that was the second recommendation from me. To summarize, it was a very good speech, deep content. Then you was very comfortable in your speech. Vocal variety was good. You can enhance by using more props. And I would say that beyond horizon is a universe. And as it is said by some scientists, that everything is frequency, vibration, and energy in the universe. So we should think in, so our choices should be thoughtful. Thank you for that message, and all the best for your next project speech, that is project 4 evaluation and feedback. And I would like to see you wearing blazer as well. So make it more impactful speech. All the best, Toastmaster Shubhayan. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mohan.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Rita, for this constructive feedback. I'm sure Toastmaster Shubhayan will add this and he'll come back with a big bang in the next project. Let's move on to the third prepared speech, Sound of Silence, presented by Toastmaster Subramaniam. And the evaluator of this speech is DTM Hemlata Singh. DTM Hemlata, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. My laptop connection is, I don't know, unstable, and it just keeps disconnecting. So no problem. I am with the mobile as well.
There is an echo. Could you please reduce the volume in your laptop? I think you are in the mobile now. So mute the laptop and then speak in the phone. Unmute, please.
Here from the laptop.
Yes.
Yeah, she is back in laptop now. Go ahead, please. Stage is yours.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
but mobile was better. Mobile phone was better.
Mobile was better. So I will.
Yeah, just make the volume 0 in the laptop and join in the mobile phone.
Hello. 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 It's not close to.
Speak now.
The echo is still there.
Yes, because
Now, okay. I
yes,
just closed
perfect.
laptop now. Okay, sorry. Sorry for delay.
Continue, please.
Okay. That you called me?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
already.
Okay. Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mohan. My speaker, particular Toastmaster Subramaniam. What a kick start with the question. He grabbed the attention and audience was totally with him. And his title was wonderful and it was matching with his speech. Sound of Silence. His example of the water bottle was very nice. How people can understand. If water can convey the message, we understand. He used appropriate prop. One by one, he has used many props, which gives us, like, he has clear objective of his speech. As per his speech, our project, effective body language. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Mark Twain. He has tried his level best to give many stories and examples which was conveying his message. His silence is more powerful than words. I liked his example of Gandhiji's, and that was very effective example as a leader, how he did his fight without weapons. I still remember that Gandhiji's 3 monkeys who can close the mouth, ears, and eyes. If he would have added that example, it would be better. So we can understand better like how silence can speak more than words. He may want to work on, like suppose he has given many time example, he was sharing examples and stories, he was going back and coming forward, so his head was more of a hiding. So he can work on it, and he can challenge his voice modulations, how expression was there when he was in fear, when he was up in one of his story was there, and when he came down he adjusted that. So might be he can work on it. Overall his speech was good, gestures were good, he was relaxed, his voice was clear, stories was well defined, natural speaker. He looks like very confident, and logical flow was there in his speech. At last, he ended with full confidence. Overall, I can say if he can work with few things, IT skills and little bit expressions, his speech could be for next level. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Hemlata, for this wonderful evaluation. What I admire about Toastmaster Subramaniam at this age and at this hour of the day, almost midnight, I'm sure in Malaysia, and he's standing and delivering a speech. I think it should be a motivation for everybody, sitting here. Thank you, Toastmaster Subramaniam, bringing this wonderful topic. Today, I enjoyed the whole session, all three speeches. It's really inspiring for me. Three different topics and all were wonderful. Thank you. Now, my role as a general evaluator, I have to do few more jobs. May I request the word master and grammarian, the report. I'm sure he has a monstrous job today. Word master and grammarian, Dr. DTM Jai Singh. Stage is yours.
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me share my screen. Please let me know once you can.
Yes, we
on
can
it.
see. Yeah.
Visible.
Okay, perfect. It's a continuous job. Okay, great. Thank you. Once again, thank you very much to all of you. Word of the day was monstrous. Idiom of the day was devil of a time. Now let's see the report. First, who used word of the day and idiom of the day? DTM Renosh, DTM Girija, Toastmaster Deepak, Toastmaster Mike, and Toastmaster Subramaniam. Thank you so much to make my life easy by utilizing it and your life also by adding word of the day and idiom of the day in your vocab. Congrats to you. Now let's move. Few words which are good to have. Essential. The basic of most important quality. Artist. Possession, the state of having or owning something. Drizzle, light rain with very small drops. Lucid, clear and easy to understand. Pour out of heart to express your deepest and most private emotions and feelings openly and freely to someone. Imbibe, to absorb something, especially information. Utter word, to say something or make a sound with your voice. Deep content, it is content that explore a subject in depth. Hallmark, mark of the quality. Radical different, something is extremely or fundamentally different from the usual, traditional or accepted way. Now let me spend a little more time here where we can move from good to great. Give observation. Today, I will share my observations with all of you. We are not giving, we are sharing. Hospitality, it's a professional word, not for the family. In family, we can say, my mom was supporting us. My mom was giving the love, or loving us, helping us, but hospitality somehow is related to professions like hotels, hospitals, or this word. Love connecting. It could be love to connect with the nature. I'm evaluating, like I'm doing this job right now, but I have to do something later. I will evaluate that speech. Endless horizon could be just horizon, near the end of the horizon, or something similar, synonymous you can find out. Consider your answer. Now we are not considering, we are thinking about it. Whether based on the content. Whatever comes in your mind, just think about it. Next, we will not have objective of the meeting. We will say we will not achieve the objective of the meeting. They speaks. Grammar, they speak. Denominate. Might be I heard it wrong, but normally we are saying the past experience dominate us, or our past learning dominate us, and based on that we take the next decision. Very excellent. Normally we are using the word very so many times. We could avoid it and then go straight. Excellent. As his speech, it could be based on his speech. Very effective again. And one like impactful. The meaning or the stories related to Mahatma Gandhi could be more impactful. With this, let me end my report here. That I did based on my knowledge, my competency. If you found anything, you can correct me also. Thank you, and over to you, Grammarian. Thank you.
Thank you, Wordmaster and Grammarian Toastmaster Singh, for a detailed report on good use of the language and those scope for improvement. Thank you very much. May I have the accountants report, DTM Renosh?
Thank you, General Evaluator, and greetings to all present here. I will be sharing a screen as well, so I can be quite precise in providing my report. Well, in fact, let me just tell you one honest opinion. During the prepared speeches, as well as the table topics section, it was a monstrous task for me because I did not hear even a single filler word. However, during the current evaluation section, I'm sure it's not a devil of a time, but probably it's quite overwhelming for people, or it's quite late for those in India and Malaysia. So probably it would have been that energy and tiredness that came in. I could hear a few of the filler words. So these were just what I heard the last 20 minutes or so. You can see on the screen here the individual report for the R counter. You can see the words that have been quite frequently used. I will move to the next screen to show the total count of the filler words used by each of the speakers. But most interestingly, which I would request each and every one of you to look at the word UH that was spoken the most. So try in your upcoming speeches, sentences that you're going to speak, just be cautious and be aware to prevent using those filler words. That's my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Renosh, for this detailed report on our counter. Kudos to you. This is the first time I'm seeing a bar chart having the maximum number of filler words, the counter report. Excellent job done. Appreciate. Now, do we go for the poll or we skip it? Toastmaster Day?
Timer report.
A timer report for the 3 evaluated speeches. Toastmaster Rashmi.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we need the timer's report for the speeches. Have you noted down this time taken by each speaker?
Yes.
Unmute and speak. You can give the report.
Yes, for this, I would like to share my screen. Could you give me a second, please?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. It's okay. You can just read out also the timing. If it is probably not showing up, you can just read out the time. It's okay.
Yes, that would be, thank you. I would be grateful for that. So for the time speeches, speaker 1, Toastmaster Mamatha, took 5 minutes 49 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Shubhayan, took 7 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Subramaniam, third speaker, took 7 minutes 22 seconds. All were in time limits. While in table section, just 1 minute.
She is a small child, as you can see.
In table topic section, Toastmaster Renosh Thomas took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Jai Singh, second speaker, took 1 minute 37 seconds. Third Toastmaster Mohan took 2 minutes 7 seconds. And fourth one was Shubhayan, who took 2 minutes 6 seconds. These were all in time limits. While in evaluation session, Mike Shree, first evaluator, took 2 minutes 22 seconds. Rita, Toastmaster Rita, took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Hemlata took 3 minutes 10 seconds. All were in time limits. Shall I read these grammarian and our counter times as well?
Yes, complete that. Yes.
Grammarian Jai Singh took 4 minutes 23 seconds and our counter Renosh took 1 minute 25 seconds. Thank you. I will share the screen later on. This was my report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi Sharma, for the detailed report. This will be an important feedback to the prepared speeches and the evaluators to time their speeches. Thank you. TMoD, Toastmaster Girija, we go for the poll or?
Your report?
I'll
give you a report, yes. After that.
Fine. Okay. Now, my role as general evaluator. First of all, we started 5 minutes late. That's okay. It happens in every meeting. We are not exception. But the way you started the meeting as a Sergeant Arms is charming and witty. You set up the mood of the whole event. So I could see all 15 stay back. Nobody dropped. That's the biggest achievement. Kudos to you. And the presiding officer started the meeting. A motion was presented, adopted for the change in agenda. It's very rare to see in regular club meetings. And you brought up the parliamentary procedure. Thank you, Mr. President. And you introduced the guests properly, welcomed all of them. And for the first time, I saw a wordmaster grammarian. He did a demo. Usually, he present the word and introduce explain his role. But then we go for the regular meeting. But he encouraged people to use the word. That's why we could see so many people use the word of the day. And that's a plus point. All role players were properly introduced by the TMoD. And the highlight of today's program, which I like most, is the theme. You carry it forward throughout. Wherever you got an opportunity, when you come on stage, you explain and you introduce one demo and how we should why we should destroy. And that's what I liked about it. Overall, an satisfying experience for me to participate in today's meeting. Only thing, I think we missed time, right? We have overshoot it. That's okay because worth spending 30 minutes extra. Thank you, DTM Renosh, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity. And thank you, Toastmaster Day, for assigning this role. And back to you.
Thanks a million for taking this role and for joining us all the way from there. And great justice to the job. And for participating in table topics too. Thank you very much. Everyone's participation added a lot of value. Before that, let me conclude the topic, the theme. We are all seekers of light. All of us know that there is some darkness lurking inside. The negativity doesn't scream like monsters we see on screen, but it whispers to our soul and in our head, and sometimes it just occupies our thoughts and probably sways us away from good thoughts and good deeds which we want to do in our life. So how to establish that balance? It's very important for us to be aware that greed, ego, envy, fear, they lurk in everybody's hearts and heads. But so do generosity, humility, gratitude, and courage. What do we choose to feed? That makes all the decision and the story that we leave behind. With this, I will hand over to our presiding officer of the day, and we will also conduct the polls while he is delivering the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Girija. The polls will come on your screen shortly. Please vote. You will have the best speaker, evaluator, the table topic speaker coming up, as well as the auxiliary role player and the role player. All those polls will come on the screen. Please do vote, and the announcements will be made shortly. While this is happening, and I know it's quite late, another hour, and then I will say good morning to the people in India. It's already good morning to Toastmaster Subra in Malaysia, but I don't want to be the devil in the eye for today. So I'll take this moment to just request the guests present here to say a few words, a minute, about how they felt and what they would like, their opinions. It could be positive, it could be negative criticism, anything. So let me call Pallavi Agarwal, who has been here. If you could just introduce yourself as well. I'm not sure if I called you in the beginning. Pallavi Agarwal, I noticed you're here for quite some time. So if you could just, if I've not introduced you, please feel free to introduce yourself and your opinion, feedback.
Yes, I gave my introduction in the beginning that I had recently joined Toastmaster Club and I'm from Lucknow practicing chartered account. And the meeting was awesome and the table topic were really thought-provoking. And I love the way TMoD used the English phrases and so many nice words. And I learned so many new things. And yeah, it was the evaluation part I loved the most. And I usually join the Toastmaster Club just to hear the evaluation and the feedbacks. And the grammarian part is also that I love, that highlights the word and phrases and beautiful words used by the speakers, so that I can speak, I can work on my communication skills. Thank you so much for giving me the
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pallavi. I see someone by the name of MT. If you could unmute yourself and introduce and let us know how you felt about this meeting, would be great. I noticed you were there for the last couple of hours, so if you could just unmute. Okay. So I'll just throw it up to the audience. Anyone who would like to share the feedback, your opinion, please feel free to raise your hand and unmute.
Hey, sorry, gentlemen. This
Yes.
is empty. I'm Mahesh Trivedi. You just
Right.
called
Go
up,
ahead,
and I hope I'm
Mahesh.
loud and clear.
Yes, you are audible.
He's
Oh,
he,
okay.
he is my colleague, my dear friend from Mumbai. He travels most
Thank
of
you.
the time internationally. So thank you,
Thank you for
Mahesh.
inviting
Welcome.
me. Thank you for inviting me, Dr.
Welcome,
Deepak. And
Mahesh.
first time I joined this session, and I quite liked the tabletop exercise. I think that's a great one to do. And I mean, it was my first time, so I didn't. I had to hold myself back to not raise my hand. But next time, sure, you can count me in. I will participate.
Thank you.
For sure.
So thank you.
And I'm always mesmerized by the way Dr. Deepak runs the table topic session, and for some reason or the other there's always the two questions that remains behind. I always want to know what that two questions are. It's always a short of time I'll ask him after the journey of the meeting. This is the second time in a row that I'll hear it. I don't want it to be a hat trick next time, so for sure we'll give enough time to Dr. Deepak, because I love his topics. It comes thought provoking, always to the theme, but more than that, the way he presents is always fantastic. So thank you so much, Mahesh, for coming over.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to give their feedback? I think now we're having the vote for the speech evaluators. We got another two more polls. So I'll take another 1 to 2 minutes. Anybody who would like to give their feedback about today's meeting, please feel free to do so. We will have time after the adjournment to talk. If there's anyone who would like to stay back and say, please, you feel free as well. But just for the time, if anyone else would like to speak, please feel free to do so. Okay.
Me.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. Deepak.
Okay, I think I'll make it quick. It was fantastic. Seemed very professionally done. Best part was very active participation by everybody, and everybody was smiling, attentive, and a lot of energy I could feel in the meeting. And can't miss the opportunity to thank Mahesh Bhai. It's such a joy to hear you after such, I mean, amazing. Thank you for this pleasant surprise.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Deepak. I'll request all of you to switch on your cameras. We're going to have a photo shoot just soon. So please, I request all of you to to switch on your cameras. We're now at the poll for the best auxiliary role player. I believe we have one more left. Am I correct?
Yes.
I think Toastmaster Girija is so busy. I'm sure she's preparing all that and keeping it ready and doing it.
Yes.
It will come on the screen.
Suggesting
While this is happening, also let me take this moment to thank each and every one of you. I'd like to thank all the invitees who came in today, because there are area contests happening in India. There are contests happening in the Middle East and elsewhere. It's not an easy moment to get role players. Some of our members are traveling. It wasn't an easy time to do this, but we as Eloquent elites, we never miss, as much as possible, we never miss a meeting. And I thank at the bottom of my heart all of you who have joined in today, accepted the invites, came in, took the roles. Fantastic. I know it's 11 o'clock, or past 11 o'clock in India, and elsewhere it's quite late, but it shows the determination, the dedication that each and every one of you put in today. So on behalf of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, I would like to give a big thank you to each and every one of you for joining, coming all the way across borders, spending your time, preparing yourself. And I've seen the WhatsApp messages to and fro, inquiring about what is to be done, how it is to be done, what are the notes. evaluation forms, everything. So well done to each and every one of you. I request each and every one of you as well to please join us in our upcoming meetings. Feel free to connect with Toastmaster Girija and myself for that. So thank you so much. Let me take this moment to recognize them as well. So we have certificate of appreciation to our general evaluator for today, distinguished Toastmaster Mohan. Thank you. I sent him a message. He's coming all the way from Saudi Arabia. We know each other very well for a very long time, and immediately his answer was yes. Thank you so much to our speech evaluator, Toastmaster Mike Shree. Always wonderful to have you in our meetings. As well to distinguished Toastmaster Rita Achalare, speech evaluator for our meeting today. Thank you so much. Distinguished Toastmaster Hemlata Singh from Bahrain as a speech evaluator, made it quite multicultural, multidimensional across regions. Distinguished Toastmaster Jay Singh, Grammarian, thank you so much for your presence. We didn't have the counter, so timer, Toastmaster Rashmi, thank you so much. Quite diligent and accurate in your timing and helping us today in the board. Thank you so much.
This is
So the best,
yes,
the best prepared speech, and let me congratulate all the speakers today. All of them were unique. For me, you are all winners. It's a stage where you came in and you spoke. It's only the votes that declares who the first, second, and third is. But all of you deserve absolutely a big round of applause. Having said that, congratulating Toastmaster Subramaniam, Raghavan, for being voted as the best for the best prepared speech. Congratulations. Best speech evaluator, Toastmaster Rita Achalare. Congratulations. And to the best main role player of the day, none other than our Toastmaster of the day. What an energy from the start till this very moment. Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Congratulations. And for the best auxiliary role player, our distinguished Toastmaster Jay Singh. Congratulations.
Sorry. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you for everyone who has voted me as your table topic speaker. All right. I would also like to do one thing before I adjourn the meeting. This is sometimes
Group photograph.
We'll do a group photograph. Okay. But before I do a group photograph, where is our Toastmaster Mamatha, who gave her icebreaker speech today? So, as a process, it's her first speech ever that she has given in a Toastmasters meeting. She's a new member of Eloquent Elites. Typically, for anyone who gives an icebreaker speech, there is a standing ovation. So, on behalf of everyone who's present out here, on behalf of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club and everyone present here, I'm doing a standing ovation. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mamatha, on doing your icebreaker speech, your first ever speech, and I'm sure it will take you way ahead in your journey of Toastmasters. Well done.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renosh Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your words always keeps me to motivate and go forward and take the challenge or whatever. Where I'm like, if I'm stuck somewhere, I realize that I have to take a step further and go ahead. If I'm stuck here, I have no one is going to push. But this team really inspiring me to go forward and face the challenges or I to take out the fear or whatever. Really thank you for
Thank
this
you.
inspiring team.
It is a huge courage, a huge, bold courage that you have done. I did the R counter roll today. 5 years ago, I had 20 ums and ahs. I broke the record in many meetings 5 years ago. But the only bold step is to go to the next meeting. I was afraid again. Who is the accountant? Would it be another 20 plus? Would I keep breaking my records? The fear kept on to me. But from then on, I had very good mentors who helped me, motivate me. It's like pot, a clay in a potter's hand. Every time it goes on the wheel, you will chisel, chisel, chisel. It hurts, it pains. But one day it becomes a beautiful pot, not just kept on the shelf to be locked, but for others to view and to see how beautifully and useful you can become. So give it time, give it space. One day, you look back, Toastmaster Mamatha, you will see how this icebreaker speech turns out to make you a very good speaker tomorrow. Right? So can we all switch on our cameras and we'll take a group photo? All right. Nice to see you, Pallavi, as well. Good. All right, here we go. A smile, thumbs up, victory, whatever you want, you can put all your emojis. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. I've taken the first one. All of you who have just missed it out, another chance. Here we go. Ready? Put your smiles on the screen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's it. Fantastic. I'll share across this to all of you. And please, thanking each and every one of you once again from the bottom of our hearts. And I would take this moment to thank Toastmaster Girija because she's the one who designed this virtual background. She's the one who prepared the agenda as well. So big round of applause to Toastmaster Girija. We have celebrations. Apart from the theme, we also have an enrichment series which we are doing. Please connect with us. You will get to know more about it as well in future. All right. With that, let me adjourn the meeting 92.